Dear students, we will move on to the next lesson. This is a short story. The title of the short story is All Creatures, Great and Small. It is written by RUSKIN. The title of the story is All Creatures, Great and Small. It is written by RUSKIN. When we learn a short story, first we should know the characters. In this story, there are 4 characters. Of course, there is the 5th one, that also I will tell you. The first character is grandfather. He is the main character. He is the main character or protagonist. In fact, I told you the 5th one, it is the most important character in the story. That I will tell you. The second character is grandmother, and the next character is the narrator. He is a small boy. He is the writer himself, that is RUSKIN. RUSKIN himself is the narrator, and the story is narrated from RUSKIN's viewpoint. He is the observer. He observes everything and he narrates the story from his viewpoint. He is a small boy. And the next character is Mabel. Mabel is cousin to grandfather. The next character is Mabel. Mabel is cousin to grandfather. I remember one wrong usage that I have commonly observed. It is said like this: cousin brother. Cousin brother or cousin sister is wrong usage. It is simply cousin. You need not add brother or sister to that word in your spoken or written English. It is only cousin. And there are some idioms used in this story. And the definition of idiom goes like this: a group of words whose meaning considered as a unit is different from the meanings of words, each words considered separately. I repeat, a group of words whose meaning considered as a unit is different from the meanings of each words considered separately. I have written some examples here for idioms. First one, turn a blind eye. This is a group of words. An idiom is a group of words. Turn a blind eye. You can find a few words in a group. It's a group of words. And this is considered as one unit. And it gives a different meaning. When you split the idiom and take each word separately and its meaning. So this is considered as one unit and it has a different meaning. But when you split the group, consider each word separately and its meaning separately, it's different. So idiom is a group of words which has it's a unit which has a different meaning, and you cannot take the meaning of each word separately. So idiom is used to make language very effective. That is the purpose of using idiom. Turn a blind eye. A blessing in disguise is the second idiom. Third one, beat around the bush. Better late than never. I will assign you a small task. Find out the meanings of these idioms and also learn to use them in your own sentence. Find out the meaning of these idioms. Learn to use them in your own sentences. Now you know the meaning of the word idiom and some examples I have written on the board. Your task is to find out the meaning and use them in your own sentences. Anyway, these idioms are not used in this story. These are some general idioms that I have written. Coming to the outline of the story. Grandfather brings an unusual pet. Grandfather brings home an unusual pet. Unusual, which is uncommon. This unusual pet becomes the central character. I was telling you one more, or the most important character in the story. I told grandfather is the protagonist or the central character. However, this pet is the most important character in the story. In fact, it becomes the central character. The whole story revolves around this pet. What pet animal does grandfather bring home? How is it received? Will grandmother, narrator, Mabel, who is cousin to grandfather, do all these characters receive the pet? Will they welcome it in a happy manner? Or do they dislike the pet? What happens? And finally, what happens to the pet in the end? What is the reaction of other characters in the story to the pet? What happens to it in the end of the story? Some of you wanted explanation in Kannada also. Just briefly I'll tell you the gist, or rather the introduction. All creatures great and small. ಒಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಕತೆ, ಅದು ಬರೆದಿರೋದು ರಸ್ಕಿನ್ ಬಾಂಡ್. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವಂಥ ಪಾತ್ರಗಳು ಗ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಫಾದರ್, ಗ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮದರ್, ನರೇಟರ್. ನರೇಟರ್ ಅಂದರೆ ನಿರೂಪಕ, ಕಥೆಯನ್ನು ಹೇಳೋದು. ಮ್ಯಾಬಲ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಸಿನ್ ಟು ಗ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಫಾದರ್. ಗ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಫಾದರ್ಗೆ ಕಸಿನ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಅದರ ಅರ್ಥ ನೀವು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಕಸಿನ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಎರಡು ಪದ ಇದೆ, ನೀಸ್, ನೆಫ್ಯೂ. ಇವುಗಳ ಅರ್ಥ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಯು ಲುಕ್ ಅಪ್ ಎ ಡಿಕ್ಷನರಿ, ಲರ್ನ್ ದ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ರೈಟ್ ದ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಓನ್ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸಸ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇಡಿಯಂ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಇದರ ಬಳಕೆ ಈ ಕಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟಿದೆ. ಕೆಲವು ಇಡಿಯಂಗಳನ್ನು ಬಳಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಲೇಖಕರು. ಇಡಿಯಂ ಅಂದರೆ ಪದಗಳ ಒಂದು ಗುಂಪು. ಈ ಗುಂಪನ್ನು ಇಡಿಯಾಗಿ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರತ್ಯೇಕವಾದಂಥ ಅರ್ಥ ಇದೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ನೀವು ಪದಗಳನ್ನು ವಿಂಗಡಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಒಂದೊಂದಾಗೆ ಅದರ ಅರ್ಥಗಳೇ ಬೇರೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಭಾಷೆಯಲ್ಲೂ ಈ ರೀತಿಯ ಒಂದು ಪದ ಬಳಕೆ ಇದೆ. ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲೂ ಇದೆ, ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷಲ್ಲೂ ಇದೆ. ನಾನು ಕೆಲವು ಉದಾಹರಣೆಗಳನ್ನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಟರ್ನ್ ಎ ಬ್ಲೈಂಡ್ ಐ, ಎ ಬ್ಲೆಸ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಡಿಸ್ಗೈಸ್, ಬೀಟ್ ಅರೌಂಡ್ ದ ಬುಷ್, ಬೆಟರ್ ಲೇಟ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ನೆವರ್. ಇದರ ಅರ್ಥಗಳು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಅದನ್ನು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸ್ವಂತ ವಾಕ್ಯಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಬಳಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಇನ್ನೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಪರಿಣಾಮಕಾರಿಯಾಗಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಕಲಿಯೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಔಟ್ಲೈನ್, ಈ ಕಥೆಯ ಹಂದರ ಏನು, ಈ ಕಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಏನನ್ನ ಲೇಖಕರು ಬರೆದಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಯಾವ ವಿಷಯದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಬರೆದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಗ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಫಾದರ್ ತಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಗೆ ಒಂದು ಅನ್ಯೂಶುವಲ್ ಪೆಟ್. ಇದು ತೀರಾ ಅನ್ಯೂಶುವಲ್, ಅನ್ಕಾಮನ್, ಸಹಜವಾಗಿ, ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಅಸಾಮಾನ್ಯ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಅಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾದಂಥ ಒಂದು ಸಾಕು ಪ್ರಾಣಿನ ತರ್ತಾರೆ. ಇಂಥ ಸಾಕು ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳನ್ನು ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಯಾರು ಮನೆಗೆ ತರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಸಾಕು ಪ್ರಾಣಿಯನ್ನ ಗ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಫಾದರ್ ತರ್ತಾರೆ. ಹೌ ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ರಿಸೀವ್? ಬೇರೆ ಪಾತ್ರಗಳು, ಕಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿನ ಬೇರೆ ಪಾತ್ರಗಳು ಹೇಗೆ ಆ ಸಾಕು ಪ್ರಾಣಿಯ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಮ್ಮ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯಗಳನ್ನು ವ್ಯಕ್ತಪಡಿಸುತ್ತೆ? ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತಾರ, ಇಷ್ಟಪಡೋದಿಲ್ವಾ, ಭಯ ಪಡ್ತಾರ, ಏನು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕೂಡ ಈ ಕಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಕೊನೆಗೆ ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್ ಟು ದ ಪೆಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಎಂಡ್, ಕೊನೆಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಸಾಕು ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗೆ. ಇದಿಷ್ಟು ಕಥೆಯ ಹಂದರ.